Hey guys, it's Memorizer92, and today I'm gonna cover priority of tripod and gems for Glaivier. If you want to know more about Glaivier, Destroyer, Arcana, and supporters, please hit the subscribe and follow my Twitch, which will help you guys a lot. Then let's get started. Okay, first the tripod. Well, if you see here, this is the place where you can transfer the tripod, right? For instance, like if I wanna get rid of this one and replace it by this one, the problem is I have to go through like this kind of odd, right? And you don't want to go for it, right? So instead, you want to go here and save the whole tripod from the gear that you got from the chaos dungeon by clicking this one right here. Then it will overlap and be saved into a storage. And then if you click the identical part right here and click on this button right here, then the whole tripod will be overlapped to the one that you are wearing. So that's how you wanna transfer without facing any odds. And when you do this, you want to have at least 1+3 tripod if the gear that you got is the legendary, and you want at least 1+4 tripod if the gear you got from the chaos dungeon is relic. And if you see here, you can wear 6 gears, which means you can overlap the tripods to the gears for 6 times for all of those +4 or +3 tripods that you can get from the Chaos Dungeon. So I will prioritize 6 tripods, which I think is important to overlap by not facing any odds. Okay guys, so I thought a lot about this, like which tripods should I, recommend for you guys. And I came up with this conclusion that it would be best to, recommend the tripod that are used in both of the Climax builds, like the spec and crit and spec and swiftness build. And that makes sense, right? Because it gives you more flexibility. So this means that the 6 tripods that I'm going to refer are the ones that are gonna be fixed for all the Climax builds, which means the skill that has those tripods will also be fixed. So the first one that I recommend you guys here is this tripod right here from this skill called Red Dragon's Horn. And if you see this tripod right here, it says it increases the damage of this skill by 96% to the mob that has the grade as named or higher than named, which means the boss from the Guardian raid and Legion raid are all included here, which means it's applicable. The next tripod is this tripod right here from the skill called Starfall Pounce. Now what this tripod do is that it increases the damage of this skill by 45% at level 5 to the mobs that are immune to the knockout attacks. So basically all the bosses from Guardian raid, like Abyssal raid and Legion raid are included here. The next tripod is this tripod right here from this skill called Raging Dragon Slash. And if you see the description here, at level 5, it increases the damage of this skill by 83%, and it also increases the crit rate by 25%. The next tripod is this tripod right here from this skill called Half Moon Slash. If you see here, it says if you hit a single mob, then it will increase the damage by 45%, and if you hit same or more than 2 mobs, then it will increase by 25%, and if you hit same or more than 5 mobs, then the damage will be increased by 30%, and lastly, if you hit same or more than 10 mobs, then the damage will be increased by 40%. And the next tripod is this one right here, right below here. And what it says is that at level 5, it consumes 20% of this identity gauge, but the damage that you give to the enemy increases by 96%. And if you have like less than 20% of the identity gauge, then this tripod will not be applied. So that was the fifth one, and the last one is this tripod right here, this one from the skill called chain slash. And if you see here, it says, well, it turns this skill, this melee skill, into a range skill that can, reach up to 8 meters. And also at level 5, it increases the damage by 95.2%. And if you see here, there are lots of skills that has cooldown reduction tripod. For instance, this one has it right here, and this one has it right here, this one has it here, and yeah, this one has it here as well. So there are like four skills that has the cooldown reduction tripod, which is fixed for auto builds in Climax. But the reason why I didn't prioritize the cooldown reduction tripod is because, well, if you think of the playstyle of the Glaivier, that you use the all the skills on one stance and then switch over and use all the skills there and then you switch over back, right? And that repeats. So if you think of that, you wanna balance out the cooldown reduction for each of the stances for all those skills. But what happens is that if I prioritize the cooldown reduction tripod from one skill, that means I have to recommend you guys to go to prioritize all the cooldown reduction tripod for this skill, this skill, this skill, and this skill as well. And you get the point here, right? Because if you if you fail to balance out the cooldown reduction, what happens is that like you have to stay in one stance for long time, and you don't want that to happen, right? Which is inefficient. That's why I thought like instead of prioritizing all the cooldown reduction tripods, I thought that it would be it would be much better to increase the DPS if I prioritize the damage increase tripods for all 6. This time, let me prioritize the tripods for the control build, which is the blue stance monotype build. So the first one you want to prioritize is this tripod right here from Raging Dragon Slash, and it's same as the Climax, right? So this will be the first one, and the next one is these two right here, which are also same as the Climax build, which is good, right? And so we went 3, right? So 3 more left, and rest of the 3s are all in here, guys, in this chain slash skill. So you wanna prioritize this one, which I've explained before, and this one at level 5. What it does is that it consumes the 20% of the identity gauge, but it increases the damage by 96%, and it will not be applied if the gauge is under 20%. And this one right here says at level 5, it doesn't move forward anymore, but it slashes the spear fastly for 4 times, and it increases the damage of this skill by 40.3%. And I thought prioritizing all these 3 tripods from this chain slash skill would be the best choice, because even for those 2 Climax build, like they also use these exact same 3 tripods, guys. So those were the 6 tripods that I would recommend you guys to prioritize for the control build. This time, let me go over some tripods that you should keep. Well, if your build needs certain tripod, then you can use it for your sake, or you can sell it in the auction house if you value gold more. And if that tripod is the one that you don't need, then you can also sell it in the auction house. So that's the way how it goes. Well, the first skill is called Stampeding Slash, and you want to keep all these 3 tripods right here, because there are some players who run this skill on Climax build, and if you're a control build, then you definitely want to use this skill as a default. So these 3 tripods are the ones you want to keep. And the next one is Half Moon Slash here, and you want to keep this one. And also you want to keep all these two on in the third line, because this one is the one that most of the Climax build runs, and this is the one that the control build runs. So you definitely want to keep all these three. And if you see here the Raging Dragon Slash, well, you definitely want to keep this one, which reduces your cooldown. And you want to keep all these three guys, because like this one right here is mostly used for the Climax build, and this one, the third one right here, is seldomly also used for the Climax build. And this one in the middle is like most of the people run this in the control build. So you definitely want to keep all these three tripods if possible. And next one is called Wheel of Blaze. Well, this one is like capped at level 1, so it doesn't matter. And you wanna keep all these two guys. So like both of the Climax builds and the control build runs this. I mean, for the Climax build, it's not like mandatory for this skill, but most likely they run this. And if you run this skill as a Climax, you definitely want to go for this type of tripod right here, this set. And also if you're a control build, it's same as well. So you want to keep these two tripods if you get it from the Chaos Dungeon. And next skill is this one right here, which is called Wind Splitter. Well, this one is the one that only control build uses, and the one you wanna save that you wanna keep are these two right here, guys. I mean these three, like these three guys. I mean, for the mana consumption, like you don't even have to kinda need this, because, well, I mean, if you have, it would be better, but I don't think it matters that much. The ones that you want to keep are these three. And the reason why you want to keep both on the third line is because I think this one might be better if if your level is under 14, 15, because if your level is under 14, 15, that means like you don't have the access on the relic accessories, right? Which means your stat is relatively low. So in that case, I think this would be better, since it raises your damage a lot more than this one. But if you're higher than 14, 15 with relic accessories, then this one will be better, because even though that this one raises less damage compared to this one raises way much amount of the crit damage as well. So that's the reason why you want to keep all these three. And the next skill is the synergy skill called Shackling Blue Dragon, and you want to keep this one for sure. And these two are capped at level 1, so it doesn't matter. And next one is this skill, and this skill is like it's only used by the specialization and crit Climax build. Well, there are some people who doesn't run this skill even for the crit and spec build, but still it's a skill that like lots of people use, right? So you want to keep the tripod from this skill. So the tripod you want to keep are this one and this one and this one, guys. And the next skill is the Thrust of Destruction, and this one is the skill that is used by the Swiftness and Spec Climax build, which runs the Raid Captain, guys. So for this one, you wanna go for you wanna keep these two skills in the first line, because this one decreases the cooldown, and this one increases your damage. So you wanna keep all these two, and also you wanna keep this one and this one here. So this one is the tripod that recently got buffed in the PTR, guys. Well, right now it's the efficiency of upgrading this skill is trash. So just keep it. Do not even sell it, or do not even use it for yourself. Just keep it until the PTR hits the live server in NA and EU, because this tripod got buffed for the critical damage. If you see here, it just raises crit rate, but in PTR it also raises your crit damage by 50% at level 5. So just keep this one if you get this, okay? And the next one is Starfall Pounce. And you want to keep this one, and this one, and this one as well. So these three, guys. So the reason why you want to keep these two here is because this one is the one that guarantees crit, which you want to keep for if you are a swiftness climax build, and this one is the one you want to go for if you're a crit and spec build, since it raises your damage much more than this. And lastly, the last skill is the Red Dragon's Horn, which is the strongest skill. And you want to keep this one and this one, guys, here, because this one is the tripod that raises your damage, but you have to pick this one in exchange of this one, right, which guarantees you crit, which means this one is for the crit and spec climax build, so you want to keep this one. So that will be it, guys. Okay, let's go over to the gems. Do you guys remember in my Lancemaster videos that it is important to balance out gems, since most of the DPS skills are all strong? Well, it doesn't matter for me to go over the attack gems, but it does matter for the cooldown reduction gems, because the reason is the same as the cooldown reduction tripod thing that I went over previously in this video. Well, in order to cycle the skills efficiently, you wanna run like either 0 or max. Like you got the point here, right? So I can't actually try to prioritize the cooldown reduction gems. Like, it's all up to you. But yeah, I can do the attack gems. Well, obviously as a climax build, you wanna prioritize these two red skills, guys: Starfall Pounce and red what's this called, the Red Dragon's Horn. And the next one, the third one, okay, so this is the first one, guys, Red Dragon Horn, and this one is Starfall Pounce will be the second. And third one you wanna prioritize for the attack gem is this one right here, Half Moon Slash. And fourth one, the Raging Dragon Slash. And fifth one, Chain Slash. And others doesn't matter, like you can go whatever in sequence. And if you are the climax build that runs Raid Captain, then you wanna run like at least 3 red skills, right? So the third one will be Thrust of Destruction, which is this skill. In this case, you wanna prioritize the attack gem as a third for this skill right here. So in that case, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, that would work. And if you're running a control build, the monotype blue stance build, then the first gem that you wanna prioritize is this one, and this one as the second, and third one as the chain slash here, and rest of them doesn't matter that much, so you can just go for whatever you want. Well guys, that's all for today. Hope you guys liked the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay GigaChat, boys. Bye bye.